Oh, Fergo, no go. This is the Star Report, premium black news, Friday night. Welcome aboard. All right, kids, how you doing? I've been busy, and I wanted to take the entire week off, and a clusterfuck of sorts happened. Let me just say this early. Tybee Island is trash. Trash. Do not waste your time going to Tybee Island. I want to tell you all about it, all right? Okay, I've been off for a couple of days, and we're going to talk about Bobby Shmurda tonight. Live your life, Bobby. Live your life, girl. Bobby Shmurda on the front of VladTV.com. Some LGBT man claiming he was in bed with Bobby Shmurda. Now, this is not a leaked video because Bobby is talking to the camera or the phone. He's trolling, I'm sure. I have not seen him respond on his IG page, which has 5.7 million followers. The guy who's claiming he was in the bed with Bobby, Xavier Raza, R-A-Z-A. Okay, I guess this is his come up, and why not? It's Friday night. Let's entertain ourselves, okay? Xavier Raza is claiming he was in the bed with Bobby. He said, catch this on Instagram, "I'm mad shy, but Bobby loves me." And you can't see the face. Bobby's in bed, and he's got the covers over what appears to be, well, let me not even say it's this guy. It looks like a guy's front. Yes? Troll babies, good evening. It looks like a guy's hairline in front, but who knows? All right. We may change the topic at some point, but let's put that there because it's trending and all that goofy shit, all right? Thank you to the folks who have been sending me emails about Amtrak. And the strike has been averted. So, of course, for the last 2 days, I've been scrambling, trying to make sure that my Amtrak reservation is still intact because early November, first week to be exact, I will be going to Seattle. Now, let me also say this. When there was talks of a strike earlier this week with the entire railway system, because Amtrak does not own most of the train tracks throughout America, very little, if any, I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried because I had already made other plans as a backup. I have to be in Seattle the first week of November. I've already put down 5 racks on an RV, and I can't get that money back. So even if the strike wasn't averted, I was going to Seattle. I don't give a goddamn if I had to hitchhike, buy a car and drive out there, fly, but I was not taking a bus. That I would not do because I don't want to sit next to somebody for, I think it's 17 hours and, just 17 hours next to a stranger. So anyway, thank you for the emails, long story short, right? Okay, how you guys doing tonight? Is the spelling okay? How's the audio? I had to get my system out of storage because, let me see, Tuesday morning, I drove to Savannah, Georgia. And, I'm up in Woodstock, and I didn't want to leave, my valuables inside the house. I've never had any issues with a break-in or things like that. But, niggas are doing the most in the Atlanta metro area and up in Woodstock. So I put my stuff in storage, and I just plugged everything back up today. I wasn't sure if I was going to do a show, but here I am. So before I get to Nicki Minaj filing a lawsuit against blogger Nosey Heaux, because I want to take some time with that and I want to be respectful to both sides. Let me say that Savannah was okay. I've been to Savannah before. I got there Tuesday evening, somewhere around 6 p.m. I got a nice hotel room, although it didn't have a balcony. It was okay. It was okay. I spent the night in Savannah. Wednesday morning, I got up and I had breakfast, and then I drove out to Tybee Island. Anybody ever been to Tybee Island? Trash. Oh my goodness. I drove around for an hour. I even got some lunch, some fried oysters, coleslaw and fries. I could not find an upscale hotel Anybody know Tybee Island? I will never go back again. I promise you I won't. And I'm not going to name the names of the hotels, but I actually went into 3 of them, and I didn't like the look, the smell, and then I even went to a resort, and I was ready to drop, a good amount of money. And the resort had a balcony, but, part of the view was looking down at the pool, and there was a whole bunch of just dirty people in the goddamn pool. So long story short, I didn't even get a hotel room. I just got the hell out of there. Started driving around Savannah again, and then then started heading in the direction of Atlanta, and I got a hotel room in, I think it was Dublin, Georgia, spent the night, got up Thursday morning, came back home. So I had a shitty week, all right? Okay, how you guys doing? Good evening. Can you guys hear me? Everything okay? Deeds, how am I doing? Because again, I had to reconnect my system. Hopefully everything is okay. The audio, the color, spelling, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Nicki Minaj is suing a blogger by the name of Nosey Heaux. Nosey Heaux has sent donations into this machine. I appreciate her. So I will be objective to both sides. I've never met Nicki Minaj, but upstairs in my bedroom, I do have a 100 million units sold, huge platinum plaque given to me by Republic Records for Nicki Minaj, all right? So, Onika Tanya Mirage, that's Nicki's government name, and Marley Green is Nosey Heaux. I want to speak about this only to try and help some of you other social engineers and content creators like myself. If you're new to the show, I have a extensive radio history and legacy, but I'm more proud now of being a social engineer or a YouTuber or a content creator. I can control the tempo, the flow. I don't have to worry about the content that I execute. It's my choice. I mean, it always was my choice, but more so now, I don't have to worry about music interfering and other things that are just contrived with terrestrial radio. So it's important for me, at my age, 58 years of age, again, if you're new to the show, to try and assist the younger generation if I can. You might say, well, who are you to discuss these types of legal matters? Well, I've never been fined by the FCC, number one, on terrestrial radio. Never. I've never lost a lawsuit. I've had lawsuits thrown out, dismissed, but I've never been found liable. I've never had to pay anybody, nor has a company paid anybody on my behalf. Never happened. So I've got experience with lawsuits, and I've even filed lawsuits by myself. Sometimes you have to pull the trigger, but that's a whole nother story, right? So this particular lawsuit here with Nicki Minaj, are you guys up to speed? I do want to engage you guys with the phone calls and other things. Are you up to speed? Off the rip, the lawsuit looks weak. It's only 4 pages. Nicki Minaj is a California resident. Her lawyer, Judd Bernstein, is on Madison Avenue in New York City. Nosey Heaux, I'll just say she's a New York State resident. But let me just throw some things at you because I think this can be a good discussion for us. We've just seen Tasha K lose to Cardi B. She's found liable for $4 million. I mean, everything, punitive damages and other things that accumulated, $4 million. That case, last I heard, is still in appeal. Yes, no, troll babies? I don't really talk to Tasha about her case. It's not my business, you know? So, catch this. I'm just going to throw some things out there. This action is brought to vindicate the reputation of plaintiff, a superstar artist who is known as Nicki Minaj. This is on page 1, all right? I'm just going to skip down here. And then they start talking about Nosey Heaux, has also posted vile comments about plaintiff's 1-year-old son. While these comments are not actionable, the comments are not actionable. They nonetheless demonstrate why punitive damages should be awarded in this case. In my opinion, when something is not actionable, it's a bluff. It's a bluff. Now, this 4-page claim, this is called a claim, folks, has no case law. It has no case law. With all due respect to Nicki Minaj, this is a hard fucking bluff. It's a hard bluff. Now, you've heard me speak about suing the press, which is very, very hard. You have to prove malice. This case is relying on malicious intent. Now, there's so many different levels to malicious intent. And let me just say early to a lot of you who watch my show, and you've heard me over the years cut you short, stop you, not because I'm scared or shook, but because I think I have a very good understanding of the law. I'm not going to let you bring me into a lawsuit. I'll even hang up on you if you start calling somebody a hoe, a murderer, a slut. I say, No, you don't. You have no proof, and if they continue going, bam, I push the button, you're out of here. Malicious intent. Was any of the statements made by Nosey Heaux, and I'm going to use her name, Nosey Heaux, not her government name, were any of her statements made by way of malicious intent? Well, malicious intent in today's world is not just what you say, but it's what you do. Hint, hint, hint. Troll babies, are you with me? Malicious intent. Now, some of you, well, you know I'm funny style because I tell you, do not fucking text my phone with goofy shit, especially you old niggas from my generation. You're not going to get me involved in a goddamn indictment. Don't send me something that you think is funny, which in reality is fucking child porn. I don't respond to DMs via Instagram. All my business comes from email so that I can have a thread of where that fucking email came from. Speaking of thread, hold on a second. I want to remind myself of something. Pardon me. Pulling the thread. Troll babies, don't let me forget. Pulling. That's a term that the feds use. Who texts me? Hold on a second. Hey, Deeds. Give me a second, guys. I want to take some time with this. Okay. Nosey Heaux is in the live chat. Hey, Nosey Heaux. You can email me, but give me a little time to just lay this out. I don't suggest that you talk. You're more than welcome to call in. I would love to have you call in, but I have some things to say here that I think are very important in your position. I've been in your position, and you have to be careful talking. Okay, but just sit tight. Email me. Hang on a second. What's my email address, guys? But I'm going to be as fair and objective tonight as I can. Because, again, I'm not talking about this lawsuit to take either or side. Where the hell's my goddamn... Okay, here it is. Anybody's side. But I want to get some things out here. Hold on. Is that my... Boom, that should be working. Deeds, is my audio okay? All right, Nosey Heaux, if you're out there, I'll get you on the line. But again, I want you to be very, very careful. Now, let me just go off the top because I don't know the full history here. Here's what I think, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Jennifer, is it Howe or Hugh? Okay, Deed says my audio is good. Nosey Heaux broke a story a while back, a couple of years. I'm not sure exactly when, but this girl, Jennifer, is the person that Nicki's husband, I'm just going to say violated. Now, he served prison time, 4 years, if memory serves me correctly. So he served his debt to society, and he is now a registered sex offender. So Nosey Heaux, and again, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, she broke this story. So of course Nicki Minaj is keeping an eye on her because that's her husband. Is he a lowlife and a scumbag? Some would say. I'm not going to say that. But Nosey Heaux brought the story out. And Nicki Minaj, who, is super rich, I can almost assure you, ever since Nosey Heaux broke this story, Nicki Minaj has been taking screenshots, hoping to catch her. So that one day, and that day is now, she could hit her over the head with the fucking sink. Pow! Lawsuit, here you go. Now, I'm saying that so the rest of you can take note to what I'm saying. Saying allegedly is not going to save you when you talk about people on this microphone. A lot of people know that Star is the guy who, for the most part, and going back to the year 2000 on Hot 97, March of 2000 is when I started doing radio. I used to say allegedly all the time. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. And one day, the general manager, Judy Ellis, called me into her office and she said, hey, can you prove that Shawn Wayans is a homosexual? And I said, well, I don't know. She said, well, then I suggest you stop saying it because you can be sued and so can we if you can't prove it. So I slowed down and I learned, again, by way of trial and error, but I've never been found liable. And I've never been fined by the FCC. That's important for you to know, right? So Nicki Minaj, in my opinion, has been watching Nosey Heaux because of her husband, Kenneth Petty, pardon me if I didn't say his name. And do I think, in my opinion, that this lawsuit has a lot to do with her husband, Kenneth Petty, and Jennifer? Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, with regards to the non-actionable statements that Nosey Heaux made about Nicki's one-year-old son, who, by the way, he's too young to even understand if he heard what Nosey Heaux said, and I doubt it. And that's why that part will be very easy to be dismissed. And again, Nosey Heaux's response to this 4-page claim needs to be power-packed. It needs to be on point and precise. This is only 4 pages. There's no case law here. And again, in my opinion, this is not to take a shot at Nicki. This is a hard fucking bluff. Now, some of the other things that I spoke about, or briefly went over, hold on. They're trying to elude, but I do not see another name, this is number 4 here, on information and belief. And as discovery will likely reveal, Green has been acting as a proxy for another performer who mistakenly, believingly, that she and plaintiff are stars of equal stature, has repeatedly used other social media information, yada, 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 yada. So they're trying to say that possibly, Nosey Heaux was working with someone else, okay? And the last thing I'll just say before I open up the floodgates, hold on, guys, hold on, because this is important for us. Okay. Now, the statements that came from Nosey Heaux towards Nicki Minaj about being a cokehead. Hang on a second. Let me just throw this at you guys. See if this sounds familiar. Flyer than a kite, I get higher than Rapunzel. Keep the snow white, I can buy it by the bundle. Give them a second. Troll babies, does that sound familiar? Let me read it again. Flyer than a kite, I get higher than Rapunzel. Keep the snow white, I can buy it by the bundle. That's one of my favorite tracks by Nicki Minaj. But what does she mean? I get higher than Rapunzel. Keep the snow white, I can buy it by the bundle. Now, myself, a person who did cocaine from 1981 until 1991, when I heard that years ago, I said, okay, so does Nicki do booger sugar? I'm not saying she does, but I questioned. The bars are hot. Now, yes, we're talking about art. Nicki can say, it's just art. I put it together because it sounded nice. It rhymed, a great rhyme. Nosey Heaux could say, and this might be a reach in her response, I assumed my idol, because I saw Nosey Heaux say that she was a fan. Yes, no? Nosey Heaux, you in there? Do you want to call in? But I want you to be very, very careful. Didn't Nosey Heaux say she was a fan of Nicki Minaj's? Okay. Nosey Heaux could flip it around and say, I was influenced by my idol because I thought she did coke, and as a result, I wound up doing coke. I got hooked on coke because of these rhymes by my idol. You may think that's a crazy reach, but within these discovery and depositions, and Nicki's coming with everything. She's going to try and take this to the fullest extent, but I really doubt if Nicki wants to sit in front of sit in a videotaped deposition and be deposed for 8 hours. Crown King got your donation, okay? Elvis the Chef, I got your donation, and a few other people. Sorry, I want to get all this out, okay, and then we can open up the floodgates. Area code 267, sit tight. Lance Scurv, good to see you in the live chat, man. How are you? Are you still in Africa? Okay, so I just want to throw that out there. And let's talk, all right? Let's talk. Hold on a second. 90s Urban Society got your donation. Okay, I don't see a message, but thank you for tapping in. Okay, he's saying, perched and searching for the answers. Okay, you're talking about... we don't have to talk about Bobby Schmurder, but I think it's a funny topic for a Friday night. Carlos says, was PNB Rock managed by Karen Civil? That's a hard shot. I don't know. Blade, I got your donation. Knew this was coming. The hater misses nothing. Okay, thank you, Blade. All right, hold on, guys. Let's open up the floodgates. Friday night, good evening. Area code 267. Are you there? 267.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, who's this?
How you doing?
Good.
I'm fine. I think I called. This is my third time calling in.
Well, hey.
We spoke before.
Okay. Can you turn that down in the background, please? Turn that down.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's down.
So what's cracking? We're talking about a few things tonight. It's Friday. Where do you want to start?
So I'm from Philly, not from Philly. Like I said, we spoke a couple times before. Shout out to PNB. That was a messed up situation. The city is it's a dark cloud over the city. There's a lot of violence here, and being as though he got killed in LA, it hurts. It hurts us, especially the people that grew up on his music. When he came out of prison, he was like the first guy that made the, Ja Rule did the singing thing, but like Philly, everybody's so hard and so tough. And he didn't mind, harmonizing.
Well, I hate to cut you short, young lady, but that's old news at this point. I did a live.
All right, let's move on.
No, hang on. I did a live about that, and I'm not trying to clown him, but
I was at work. I'm so sorry, I missed it.
No, it's okay. I'm not trying to clown PNB Rock, but I think that yes, he and his girlfriend were texting. Dropping the locations, yada yada yada. So it's fucked up, but
Yeah. All right, so let's move on because you definitely have your show set up the way you want to set up.
Go ahead.
I respect that. So I just saw the Bobby Schmurder thing.
Okay.
I don't really care for him. He's a non-factor to me, but it was a little weird. I don't know how to handle that or talk about that. But this Nicki Minaj thing, that's really weird to me because it's like she did rap about pills and potions and certain drugs, but I don't think she's making the case to really get money out of it. I think she's trying to make a case to make a case, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes.
I think she's just putting her foot down.
Yeah. Well, now here's the thing. Nicki's money is long. Let's not pretend that she can't drag Nosey Heaux out. She can't wear her out with this particular lawsuit. She can file new motions and new motions. Now, in my opinion, Nosey Heaux has got to come back with counterclaims. Otherwise, she's just going to be paying a lawyer, and the lawyer's going to keep draining her. There has to be counterclaims. She has to at least try to get the lawyer to, bring down his fees based upon the possibility of a counterclaim judgment. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I think you made an excellent point that Nicki can drag this forever. Mm-hmm. And I think, again, she's making a case just to make a case. Mm-hmm. It's like when a dog piss on a tree and they march. She's just proving her point because another female rapper did the same thing with another blogger. We know.
You're talking about Cardi B and Tasha K. Now, hold on a second. I'm going to give Nosey Heaux her credit. But what is this girl's last name? Jennifer Heaux or Howe? This is the one that Kenneth Petty, violated back in the days. How do you say her last name? Jennifer.
I'm not sure. I know they was like 16. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. But now, hang on a second. Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
So we can't blame Nicki for, wanting to hit Nosey Heaux over the head because, listen, this is my man. Yeah, he's a piece of shit, goddamn, but he's my man. And you're bringing up this old shit. He served his time. Move the fuck on. So objectively,
you could be right.
Objectively speaking,
right.
So that's why she's probably more than likely, I don't know, coming at Nosey Heaux. Nosey Heaux said, if I'm not mistaken, she was raped when she was younger, prior to her mother passing away. I say that with all due respect. Mm-hmm. So even if this is personal to her, Nicki's man served his time, and whatever he's going through with this girl, or Nicki's going through with this girl, Jennifer. Hey, you broke the story, leave it alone. Now you're calling me a cokehead and you're coming after my kid. I got to hit you with the lawsuit. Now, let me also say this. According to my research, this girl, Jennifer, dropped her case against Nicki Minaj. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. You're right. You're absolutely right. Go on.
Yeah. She dropped her case, hang on a second, voluntarily dismissed. So she backed off of Nicki Minaj, chasing her for alleged harassment, yada, yada, yada. And Nicki's, I'm not sure where that's at, was coming at her for legal fees and other things. Right? No?
Okay. Yeah, nothing you said, everything you're saying is public record. Okay. It's no speculation. It's nothing you're saying that's speculated in the blog rant. Everything is written from credible news sources and not blogs.
Okay.
Accredited news sources. My thing is, do you really think Nicki is going to want to go through like a whole court case? Again, it's a dog.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's like she's.
Hang on. Let me answer your question.
Go ahead. Yes.
Yes, I think Nicki is one of those people, and I'm going to choose my words carefully. She I don't want to say spiteful, but she lets it be known. She lets it be known. You fuck with me, I'm coming for you. That's her demeanor. So I think she's going to drag Nosey Heaux as much as she can. And I haven't even gotten to the part about texting and DMing and subpoenas. Mm-hmm. Nicki's going to go after everybody, other people who are connected to Nosey Heaux with subpoenas. She will try to get a federal judge to give her access to Nosey Heaux's text messages, emails, DMs, and other things to prove that this was a conspiracy and other stuff. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm trying to say, what does that prove? Nicki has not always been like that. Like, what sparked the flame on her campfire to make her act like that?
She's dickmatized.
Again, I think...
She's dickmatized. Did you hear me? I just told you.
Dickmatized, I hear you. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, hear me out. I think it's the court case. She had a case for her father, like whatever happened with the drunken drivers, whatever. Somebody killed.
No, baby. She's dickmatized. It's the power of the dick. The nigga's dicking her right, and now she's out of control. But listen, I gotta take other calls. I appreciate you calling. Go ahead and finish up.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, yeah. Kenneth Petty laying down some strong dick. Yes, no troll babies, huh? I may have to just respect the pimp, and maybe he told Nicki, you better sue that broad Nosey Heaux and calm her the fuck down, huh? Sir Shy, got your donation. Okay, you're calling in from 510. Sit tight. Sir Shy, sit tight. Okay. Gangs of Love, got your donation. Gangsta of Love says, Star, you should be a lawyer instead of a pilot. Well, listen, I have a 501c3, the Snitch Network. I do work with law enforcement and lawyers. All right. Aaron, sit tight. Aaron, I see you. Something else I wanted to say. Hold on. Nosey Heaux, if you're out there, if I can help you, I will. But I'm sure you probably got this already. You said you have a lawyer. In this claim, this 4-page claim, on the first page, in the introduction, it says, this action is brought to vindicate the reputation of plaintiff, a superstar artist who is known as Nicki Minaj. Vindicate the reputation. Keyword reputation. Nicki Minaj is signed to a label owned and operated by an admitted gang member. Yes, no, troll babies? Lil Tucci talking all that Sue-woo shit. Did time in jail up in New York for a fucking illegal firearm. The staff at Young Money, more than likely, niggas who have been through the system, drug dealers, niggas with guns. So what is her reputation? She hangs out with, people of a criminal element, even though they may be, executives and whatnot. Now, what is her reputation? Lil Tucci, you can see him. I saw a video of Lil Tucci telling some white boy in Miami who was skateboarding, be careful videotaping me or you might get shot. Anybody remember that? So what is her reputation? You hang out with, lowlifes, degenerates, gang members. If this goes to a videotape deposition, and Nosey Heaux should request a videotape deposition, and you ask Nicki Minaj, tell us about your reputation, Miss Mirage. Her last name is Mirage, not Minaj. Have you ever seen illegal firearms on the tour bus with the people that you are in business with, the label that you signed to? Yes? No? Well, you're under oath. If you don't tell us the truth, the judge will sanction you. New Jersey Mac got your donation. We want the names of the people that you saw doing drugs, possibly selling drugs, talking about moving keys, yada, yada, yada. So what is the reputation that they're talking about vindicating? Again, I'm just being objective here with regards to this legal matter. Sir Shy, good evening, sir. How you doing? Good evening, Sir Shy.
What's going on? The hip-hop Highlander himself.
Yes,
Star,
sir.
What's going on, family?
Good to hear from you, man. What's cracking?
Yeah, sorry, I was kind of dumbing out on them cash apps, but
I appreciate you, man.
All
What do you want
for
to
the
start?
machine.
Okay. What do you want to start?
The Bobby Shmurda thing. To me, to be honest with you, I never really cared. I kind of knew when he got out of prison and started saying those funny dance moves.
We don't know if Bobby Shmurda smokes a pole, sir. You don't know. I don't know. You have no knowledge. We're sitting here talking about
You're right.
claims, insinuations, and accusations. You have no knowledge if Bobby Shmurda likes a little boy cunt. Go ahead.
You're right. That's why I always gave Bembada the benefit of the doubt, because of the accusations against one of the creators of hip hop.
Sir, listen, we don't even have to go back that far. Bobby Shmurda, you can see him in the bed with what appears to be two people. One of these people looks like this guy. You can see his hairline. It looks like one of these guys, and if he is into guys, who gives a goddamn? I just got that up there.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I got that up there for the title because it's trending. Who gives a fuck if Bobby Shmurda licks a hole or sucks a pole? Do we really care?
No, I wouldn't care. Like I don't care that Rory dated a Britney Spears, or that Aaron likes big buff black guys.
You have no knowledge what Aaron likes, sir. No knowledge at all. Thank you for calling. You see, you can be funny, but don't try and bring me into a lawsuit. talking about Aaron likes. I think that's Aaron right there. Hold on a second. As a matter of fact, Sir Shy, you still there? Sir Shy.
He's from Oakland, bitch ass.
Okay.
Let me be quiet.
Hold on, Aaron,
quiet.
stay there.
Oh,
Sir
hey,
Shy.
Aaron. Hey, girl.
Bitch ass nigga from Oakland.
Hey, look,
You from the gayest city in the world. What are you talking about?
We see you, Aaron. You go.
Okay, guys, one at a time. Hold on a second. Hold on.
You from
hold
the
on.
gayest city in the world. You from California. You from the Bay Area.
Okay.
He likes.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this the right way.
Patrick Mahomes.
Hey. We're gonna do this the right way. Sir Shy, I'm gonna give you the floor. Take it slow. I'm gonna give you the floor. Then I'm bringing Aaron in. You want to say something? He's right there.
Oh no, Aaron's just one of those squares that want to be white, but white dudes used to beat his ass, so he ran to the black folks at Howard University.
Okay, stay there. Stay there. Don't you move. All right, Aaron, you're back on the line. I want you to take your time. No rush. He's still on hold.
Yeah,
Sir Shy,
and you
crazy.
one of them people. Hey, and you one of them people my ancestors used to buck break who didn't even want to fight for your own freedom. That's what you are. Yeah.
He's on hold.
Yeah.
He's on hold, Aaron. He's on hold.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead and talk.
I don't. Yeah. What do you mean? I'm coming on to address the topic. I didn't know. I mean, he's from California. He's from the Bay anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why somebody from the Bay is even speculating on who's gay or straight.
Okay.
You grew up with a rainbow flag, bro.
Anybody who gets roasted by Dan.
Sir Shy, thank you for calling. Aaron, good to hear from you, man. Where do you want to start? We're talking about Bobby Shmurda. It's trending. Or, hold on a second. I got something you might be interested in, Aaron. Florida, Governor DeSantis, transporting illegals, undocumented people to other states. You up to speed?
Yeah, I saw that, yeah. So he basically bit Governor Abbott's playbook, but I think it's hilarious, actually.
Did you
see that they called in the National Guard?
Well, he's got a $12 million.
Did you see that?
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. He's got a $12 million budget to where he can ship undocumented people to other states. He's already sent, I think, 50 to Martha's Vineyard, and they've already been relocated to Cape Cod. And he has vowed to send more.
Yeah, I saw that.
He has vowed to send more to other states. But I'm up to speed. Okay, where do you want to start?
Yeah, so I saw that. I mean, I think it's a great plan. It just sucks that we can't put these people on a bus back to their own country. That we have to literally ship them to other people. But we're also making people walk in their own hypocrisy. When they say that they care about these people, when you say that you want those people in the country, bus them to their neighborhoods. I think it's great, actually.
Yeah.
I think
I saw a bunch of people. I don't know how many. Was it maybe 2 bus loads dropped off in front of Vice President Kamala Harris's home? I saw that as well. Now, my only concern is, well, not my only concern, but one of my biggest concerns is, are these people vaccinated? Because clearly, we've got issues here. Monkeypox, people still dealing with COVID and all sorts of stuff. So are they vaccinated? That's my concern. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, of course, everybody. No, the only people that have to be vaccinated is us, right? Like the only people that are held to those standards are Americans. We're the only ones that are. The other individuals aren't held to any standards at all. So, that's interesting. I mean, I think the when it comes to monkeypox, that's spread more by the guy who just called in from the Bay Area, and not necessarily the people on those buses. Not necessarily the people on those buses. Can I make a point really quick, though? Can I make one quick point?
Go ahead.
So I love it when the jigaboos call in about, like, lighter-skinned people. Listen, we're superior to you in every single way. Like, I don't understand. Like, you would still be picking cotton if it wasn't for people my skin complexion. Like, I don't understand this. Did you not watch the game last night? We played. You can't throw a football. You're not good at basketball. You can't sing. You can't rap. We out-rap you. Your women look terrible. I don't understand.
Okay, Aaron. Now, hang on a second, man. It's Friday.
Something better than that.
Aaron, slow down. It sounds again. I don't mind your calling. I appreciate the donation, but it sounds like it's.
Yo, he threw a shot. I can't throw a shot
He's
back.
off the
I love
line.
that.
Hey, he's off the line. Never mind him. But you're talking about groups of women you're marginalizing. It sounds like, it could be wrong. It's coming from a place that's
So
like,
are you telling me dark-skinned women are more attractive than light-skinned? Come on, Star. Like, I know you have an audience.
I find dark-skinned women attractive. Hang on, slow down. I find them
Wow.
attractive.
Not even most black people would agree with that, but go ahead.
Are you black?
Of course. Well, no, according to, I'm the quote-unquote octoroon now, right?
No, never mind.
And I know
never
this.
mind what
I know-
other people are saying. Hang on, I'm asking you.
Who's lining
I'm
up?
asking-
Who's lining up for the octoroon?
Aaron, I'm asking you, do you consider yourself to be
Go ahead.
black? I'm asking you that question.
Yes. Do you?
Me, I'm color neutral. Curveball.
Okay.
Hang on a second. I'm glad you're on the line because I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day. Guys, we're going to go left for a second. We're going to come right back to the topics. Hispanic girls have been getting away with murder, if you ask me, through urban culture. So I was talking to a buddy of mine. And I said, I said, don't be so harsh on black women or dark-skinned women. I said, can you name me three Puerto Rican women who are known for something other than their ass? Can you name me three?
No, they're not.
Hang on. Slow down. Can you name me three famous or even influential Puerto Rican women who are known for something other than their ass?
No.
Nor can I.
I didn't.
Nor can I.
No, they're not. Listen,
Yeah.
I never said.
So
that,
I don't want them to think that they're anything better than a black woman. So the point I'm trying to make here is, I was standing up for black women against my friend who he thought just because Puerto Rican girls are lighter complected, long hair, and I told him, I said, listen, man, you're just talking about niggas with straight hair. Now, I can name you a black woman who's known not just for her ass, but highly intelligent. Can you guess?
Fact.
Can you guess? Name a black woman known for her intelligence and not her ass.
You could say, unfortunately, I could say Michelle Obama.
Bingo!
I could say.
Bingo!
Yeah, I could say. Look,
And she's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch.
okay.
First lady.
Let me say
hang on. Aaron. Relax. It's Friday. Take it easy. Michelle Obama. I'll even go as far as to say without her, Barack Obama would not have made it to the White House. You have the floor, sir. Go ahead.
I would say without another black woman, Oprah, Barack Obama wouldn't have made it to the White House. Oprah put him on.
There you go.
So, listen, I never said darker women were not productive. I never said that. In terms of making money, hold on a second, but you need to acknowledge what you need to acknowledge is that there is a issue between lighter skin and darker skin people, right? And it's like you've seen it multiple times when people call in the show. It's one of the first things they go at, whether it's Jen, whether it's Dana, whoever. They always go at the skin tone complexion. And my issue is light-skinned people never fire back, right? They never call them jigaboos. They never call them darkies. They never call them spear chuckers. They so for me, I never said that they weren't productive. When it comes to women,
You said they're not attractive.
Hold on. But when you are an ugly woman, of course you have to go out and be on your grind. When you're ugly, you're an ugly woman.
Jesus.
So, when you look like that, of course, I agree with you that when it comes to the Puerto Rican women, whatever, they're not productive in terms. You're not going to see that many of them at a C-level company, right? There may be some, right? You might not see a lot of
I
them.
actually find darker complected women to be more attractive than Puerto Rican women. I'm going there.
Cap. That's cap.
I'm
Come
going
on,
there.
man.
Yeah.
Star, they hate you, bro. Come on, man.
It doesn't matter as long as they respect me. That's not what
But
we're
they
talking
do
about.
hate you, though, right? You do know
everybody hates me.
Right?
Now, listen, I got to get back to my topic. I can't drag this out.
I got you.
Anything with Bobby Shmurda or Nicki Minaj suing Nosey Heaux? Let's finish up there. I appreciate your donation.
Okay, so when it comes to Nicki Minaj and Nosey Heaux, right? I think that I love Nicki Minaj. Actually, she's one of the few rappers who's actually female rappers who's actually like pro male to a certain extent, right, and pro relationships. And she doesn't rag on men, so I actually like her. But I think that this is something deeper. I think that this is the establishment versus the people, right?
Okay.
And when I look at somebody like a Nosey Heaux, right, this is somebody that has made their living off of like blogging and YouTubing, right? And then you have somebody like Nicki Minaj who's chosen by the establishment. And the establishment is the record labels and things like that. So I think that while people would say that this is a petty back and forth, even when I look at the Cardi B and, the Tasha K thing, whatever the lady's name is,
right.
This is about the people. This is about the people in power versus like the new age. And I think that these bloggers, bloggers, podcasters, all these people, they're the new wave. Some of these people are actually going to be bigger than musicians themselves.
That's a fact, yeah. Listen, man, I hate to cut you short, but I got to get back. You made some good points.
Okay. All right.
Great talking to you, man.
All right. Yep. All right.
Take care. All right, Aaron tapping in. Okay, let me go to PayPal. And guys, on the top of my live chat is the PayPal information in case you want to make a donation to the show. Junebug, I got your donation. Illegal immigrants are being flown to Martha's Vineyard for a safe haven. I am in New York City. I am about to fly down to get... Yeah, believe me, I spent 7 summers on Martha's Vineyard when I was a kid, and I even lived there in the 80s. I got family there. But now here's the thing. They've already been flown off of the island to Cape Cod. They're no longer on the island based upon my information. But back in the 70s, they had an influx of Brazilians on Martha's Vineyard. So this is not something that they're totally in shock of, But I'm going to put that back on the screen, so if you guys want to chime in and talk about that. And also, please make sure you check out Devious J on YouTube. Great guy, great content. Hold on a second. Nicki Minaj, Devious J. I got some other people I want to promote tonight as well, all right? Okay. Area code 901. Good evening. Are you there? 901. Talking about a few topics.
Hi, Star. How you doing?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is Stephanie. And I just before we get started, I do want to say that I appreciate you taking up for us black girls. And no, we do not hate you. I'm a dark-skinned girl, and we don't hate you, honey.
Oh, thank you, babe. Listen, I always do take up for dark-skinned girls, but nobody hears me. They don't hear me though. But good. How are you this evening?
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
What's cracking?
But okay, so I don't really have nothing to talk about. So I just wanted to, because you said something about Tybee Island, and I died laughing as soon as you said you went there.
Have you been there? You been to Tybee Island?
That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, okay, so I went to school in Clark, Atlanta, so we would always go to Tybee Island for the Orange Crush or whatever.
Okay.
And it was real ghetto back then. It was real ghetto and hood back then, so I don't understand why you would even go.
Well, listen, I wanted to get away for a weekend. I'm up in Woodstock, and
I go, it's close.
Yeah, I go to Lake Lanier and Lake Allatoona all the time. I'm always renting boats, and I have this thing. I have this thing because I've been going to Martha's Vineyard for many, many years. I love the ocean.
Right.
I love the ocean, so I wanted to go to Tybee Island and rent a hotel room on the water where I could step out, on the balcony and see the ocean. None of those
not at Tybee Island.
Not at Tybee Island.
You should have took your butt to Savannah. It was only 18 miles away.
Well, no, I was in Savannah, but they only had the river because that's the Savannah port. But that's the only.
Right.
That's
where you should have been.
Well, no, I was there for one night, but the ocean, the beach is Tybee Island. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you go up, hang on. Unless you go up to South Carolina, I didn't want to drive up that far. So,
nah, that's too far.
Yeah.
Not for a day trip.
Yeah,
I get you.
So,
I feel you. I feel what you're saying.
Trash.
Since we on the topic of bodies of water, can I just give you a little nigga history real quick?
Please.
All right. So this month marks the 100 years of the racial expulsion of a place called Oscarville, and
Right.
Oscarville is now what you
Lake Lanier.
Lake Lanier.
Lake Lanier.
Yeah. So I'm just throwing that fact out there. I ain't really want nothing.
No. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
I'm so old, I've been coming to the Atlanta metro area since 1989 when I worked at the record labels. Jack the Rapper, How Can I Be Down?
Okay.
All them conventions. So I know Lake
Okay.
I know Lake Lanier. I know how many bodies that they've caught. People gonna keep on dying up there.
Exactly. Especially with Margaritaville there now.
Right. But I love the waters. So I've been going there knowing the history of that town, the black town that was flooded, and how they ran the people out of there. And there's things under the water that have grown over the decades, trees and other things. And when people, as I'm sure you know, when they jump off the boats high and drunk and they bump their heads on things, or their clothing gets tangled up in wire or trees and they don't come back up, it's because they flooded that town decades ago. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the head on the nail. It is what it is, and I don't understand why they keep constantly bringing tourism there. And it I guess because to make money. For
Yeah.
The powers that be.
Y'all come on and get high and get drunk, and if you die, goddamn, you die.
We all know Lake Lanier is haunted. Why do they keep letting people go out there?
I appreciate your call, baby. I appreciate your call.
Of course, Star. All right.
Thank you, Don. Okay. Yeah, y'all come on up to Lake Lanier and get high, get drunk, do a little powder. Do what you do. If you jump off the goddamn boat and you don't come back up, oh well. Guys, on the screen, one of my sponsors, please, www.blackbodyworks.com. Go check them out. Tell them I sent you. Okay, I promoted Precise. I want to make sure I'm promoting. Okay, here's another one of my sponsors. Pardon me. www.yourpainyourgain.com. Folks, you may have a bag and you don't even know about it. A bag coming to you. Okay, reach out to www.yourpainyourgain.com. Tell them I sent you. Okay. Tomau got your donation. Hold on. Nicki Minaj's reputation is that of a tether mammy. Nicki Minaj's family's from Trinidad. And, listen, I'm trying to be objective here, but at the same time, I am a proud content creator. Yes, I've done radio. Radio still reaches out to me. I have conversations. I came down to Atlanta on a holder's fee, a retainer from a radio corporation. They paid the rent here for the first year. You guys know this. But mathematically, I do better on YouTube and other things that I do. I do better, Radio's not dead, but it's on life support. But thank you for your donation. Terrence, I got your donation. Listen, man, if he was on the line, I would read that. Terrence, thank you for your donation. I don't like taking shots at people. It always gets misconstrued. Terrence also says, Star, what's going to happen to Brett Favre? Sir, he's white. He'll be all right, if you really want to know, okay? Brett Favre from the formerly of the NFL, Green Bay Packers. Brainstorm, got your donation? Okay, who is that? I'm not sure who you're talking about, Brainstorm, but thank you for your donation, all right? All right, back to the phone lines, and then I have to go to PayPal. I see some folks tapping in. Area code 614. Good evening, are you there? 614. Talking about a few topics. Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, who's this? Good evening.
Hey, I'm gonna just go by Ami.
Hi.
But let's just start off by saying, Aaron is a clown. Sorry, you to go. I've been listening to you for a long time. I'm an 80s baby.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking to you. Okay, so Nicki, I'm glad that she sued the lady. I think it's pointless.
Okay.
If I was Nicki, I would have got somebody to slap her.
Let's not do that. Please, let's not do that, because you see, technically, I see a way out of this for Nosey Heaux, and that's not to take her side, but I see a way out. But go ahead, you were saying, go ahead. Let's not insinuate any type of violence. Let's not do that, please.
Okay, but I got a kid, and did you hear what she said about the little boy?
Mm-hmm.
That was wrong. Come on. That's wrong.
Well, hang on. Stay with me. I'm so glad you're called. I have the complaint right here, 4 pages from Nicki Minaj's lawyer. The complaint acknowledges in paragraph 1, while the comments are not actionable about the 1-year-old, they are going to seek punitive damages. That's going to be hard to make that stick. Was it tasteless? Yes. But the child, even if the child heard it on YouTube or on radio, it doesn't mean that the child even understood it. Listen, I've said crazy shit, but I've never been fined by the FCC.
I know.
I've never been fined, and the things that I've said were not from a position of malice. So that's why I've never been found liable. But go ahead, you were saying? Go ahead.
Okay, well, the other problem with her is she said the child was going to grow up to be...
Let's not repeat what she said, please. Let's not do that.
Okay.
Let's go around it. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't know what else to say about that then. She went too far. That's all I've got to say about that.
Yeah,
she went too far.
You're a mother, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have the right to feel like that. Listen, I'm not saying you can't be a mother. I applaud you. You carry a beautiful life force for 9 months in your body. No one will know what that's like. But it's not actionable what she said. You couldn't even get fined on terrestrial radio for saying something to that effect. I've said far worse. But hang on a second. I want to find something here. Hold on.
Well, here's the other thing.
Go ahead.
She made the allegation about the drugs, and then people are saying, oh, Nicki is only taking the lawsuit up against her, not because of the drug allegation, but because of the other interview that she did with the ladies. No. But my thing is, I don't think that's true, because
Jennifer Howe or Hugh? Jennifer? Go ahead.
Yeah, Jennifer Heaux. I didn't know if you wanted me to mention that, so that's why I was like in general. Yeah. But my thing is, maybe Nicki is upset about that, but let's not act like she wouldn't be upset about those allegations, because we see how she reacted when Joe Budden was doing that to her. Remember when she confronted Joe Budden about that? Right. So she was upset. She addressed it at that time. So why wouldn't she be upset about it this time? And she already addressed that she had allergies, and I have allergies, so I get it. That has happened to me plenty of times where I'm in the middle of conversation with somebody and some fly out of my nose because my allergies are really bad. My daughter too. So I don't think that, she is doing that. And if she's saying that she's not doing that, why do you keep, saying that? At the VMA Awards,
hang on a second. I'm enjoying the conversation we're having, but now hold on a second. We're talking about Nosey Heaux defending herself, and in my opinion, if she comes with the right response and counterclaims, I want you to keep something in mind, everybody. New York Times versus Sullivan, 1964. I say again, New York Times versus Sullivan, 1964. This is how it becomes very hard for anybody to sue the press based upon First Amendment protection. Again, New York Times versus Sullivan. This is the reason why they're trying to claim malicious intent. But if you ask me, this sounds crazy. Nosey Heaux could say, well, I've been a big Nicki Minaj fan. I thought she was on coke because she said once upon a time, flyer than a kite, I get higher than Rapunzel, keep the snow white, I can buy it by the bundle. Do you know those lyrics?
Nicki Minaj is an artist, so she's allowed to
she's allowed
Yes.
to say, this is what I meant. She's
Right.
allowed to give you an interpretation
Right.
of what she said.
Right.
Oh.
Nosey Heaux could say, as a result of me being influenced by these words, I became a coke addict.
Nosey Heaux is another Tasha K. I don't think that she don't understand.
That's what I would say. That bitch got me on coke. God, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, I get you. She probably could win. That's why I say if it was me, I wouldn't have went that route. But I get it. I think Nicki is just trying to give her a hard time. I don't even think Nicki cares about winning or not. I think she's just trying to teach her a lesson.
Yeah.
Because when that's your kid, you want to make a stance. You want to make a stance in whichever way you can. You know. And I think this is kind of to Aaron's point. The dark-skinned woman that Aaron was talking about is Nosey Heaux. I'm very disappointed in Nosey Heaux. We got to stop making excuses for black women that do stuff like this, because she's sitting there dragging down Nicki Minaj. Here's what I think about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has the ability, the power to become somebody as powerful as Jay-Z and influential, to be up there with those people. She's going to be up there. I think Nicki Minaj is about to be a billionaire. But here's a black woman dragging that down. Yet black people talk about black ownership, black businesses, and all this stuff. But here you are. If you listen to Nosey Heaux' show, I went and listened. It's disgusting. Sorry, your show is totally different. Your show is different.
Please don't do that. Based upon your hang on, your personal taste.
But you comparing yourself to her.
No,
you comparing yourself to her in a sense.
No, I'm not at all. What she does. You know, I mean, I thought she did a take at Kevin Samuel's funeral that was fucking brilliant. Holy shit! And that was my guy. Kevin Samuel was my guy, but at the same time, you know, we're talking about entertainment, social media, dragging people. We drag people. I mean, I do it in a different way, but I drag people. Goddamn right.
But when is it too much? When is it too much? Nicki Minaj talked about that at the VMA Awards. It was clearly an indication that, hey, this is too much. She didn't say it because she's not. I don't think she's the type of person to be like, hey, this is all of my personal business. But she's been through a lot. So when is it too much? When is enough?
When you get caught.
And it's another black woman talking about another black woman like this?
Hang on. I'm trying to answer your question. It's too much when you get caught. When you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Then it's too much. Until that happens, we coming for everybody. Go ahead.
And that's what she's doing. That's what Nicki's doing right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I know I'm changing subjects, but I don't know. I didn't really hear too much about the Bobby Shmurda thing. I don't know how true that is.
Hold on 1 second, because I like your perspective. I like other people to say how they feel and what they think. Jennifer, the girl who spoke out about Kenneth Petty, will she be available if Nosey Heaux needs her for this case? That's the question.
I think she will.
That's the question.
I think she will. From how she's been behaving in the media, I think she will. I mean, she went on what's her name show on Nosey Heaux show. So why not?
Well, hang on. Did she go on Nosey Heaux show prior to voluntarily dismissing her case against Nicki Minaj? Because Nicki, last I heard, was still coming for this girl's ass, unless they squashed that. Nicki was coming for this chick for legal fees. So she may not be in a position to side with Nosey Heaux.
I didn't watch. I just heard she was.
Yeah.
I didn't watch. I just heard she was. And you're right. Maybe she won't be in a position. That's true.
Nicki might tell her, listen, you about to owe me $800,000, bitch. You go sit the fuck down and leave Nosey Heaux to me, or else I'm going to hit you with some more goddamn charges. Now, do you want the smoke, bitch? And then she might say, no, Nosey Heaux, you're on your own.
my backup, my backpedal.
Nicki's playing chess. I mean, I have to respect it. This is the perfect.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Nicki cares about winning. I think it's a lesson.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
And I think it's a shot to say you and anybody else that talks about my son, this is where it's headed. And it is what it is. She deserves it.
Okay. I appreciate your call. Anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to mention?
No, I think those were your 3 topics, right? I think you were talking about Bobby and
Yeah. Good talking to you.
You owe me a post on community, but I'm gonna email y'all again about that.
Email me, okay? Take care.
All right.
All right, bye now. All right, bye. All right, good conversation. Hold on a second, guys. For those just now joining the show, we're talking about, I guess, Bobby Shmurda. Does anybody give a damn about Bobby Shmurda and this? You know what I wanted to talk about, but I have no knowledge. The Welcome to Sweetie Pie's owner convicted in a murder-for-hire scheme. Troll babies, what the hell happened? This guy from this television show, Welcome to Sweeties, convicted. Killed his nephew in 2016? I got the story. Former reality TV star convicted on 3 counts: murder for hire, conspiracy to commit murder, murder for hire, and conspiracy to commit mail-in wire fraud. The jury deliberated for 3 days. Does anybody know what happened? Why did he kill his nephew? Why did he have his nephew killed? Nephew was 21 years of age. XX Strategy GX got your donation. Says, be careful calling yourself an influencer. A lot of people have been arrested for being under the influence as soon as they may be able to say you influenced them. Well, we're talking about a lawsuit that Nosey Heaux has to respond to. I think her response could be incredible. I don't know who her lawyer is, but she may have a hell of a response coming. Power-packed, you know? Andre, got your donation. Trini girls love fish scale, allegedly. I wouldn't know. I'm not calling Nicki Minaj a cokehead, but I was reading those lyrics to Itty Bitty Titty. Wow. Higher than Rapunzel. Radamez got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Aaron P's sitting down. Sir Shy with another donation. Star, wish you gave me some. Listen, man, you guys were yelling. Sir Shy, I appreciate the call, man. Hold on a second. Nigga in Bobby's bed. Yeah, that was me, honey. How could I resist him? Like he said, he is a hot nigga. Star, I do inquiries, so hit me up anytime for this light-skinned bussy. Okay? No thanks, but thank you for the call. Big Eye Key tapping in. Okay, Big Eye Key, I cannot read that you are coming for Nicki Minaj's head. But thank you. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Okay. Let me go back to my screen here. Guys, please check out my sponsors. Tell them I sent you. And Paperwork Party Network, where are you guys at? Do you want to tap in at some point? Paperwork Party Network on YouTube. We had a great conversation the other day. Please check them out and tell them I sent you, okay, guys? Is it Maritza? Hi, Maritza. How are you? Thank you for tapping in. Start. What do you mean you prefer dark-skinned girls over Puerto Ricans? Puerto Rican girls are okay. You're okay with me. But if we're talking about sexual fetish, a fetish, I would go with the dark-skinned girl over a Puerto Rican girl. I'm just keeping it real. Now, would the dark-skinned girl wanna be around me after the sexual fetish? I don't know. Something usually rubs them the wrong way about me. I think this has something to do, I've said this before, with me being at a young age, and I saw this woman named Judy Pace on this television show, Ironside, and then I saw her in this movie, Cotton Comes to Harlem. Dark-skinned and pretty as fuck, and I started touching myself. And then I saw this other dark-skinned woman, Teresa Graves. She was on a TV show, Get Christy Love, so... I don't dislike Puerto Rican girls. I'm just saying, if I had to choose, if you were standing next to me, the two of you in front of me, I would say, give me the dark skin chick. But thank you for your donation. Area code 213. Good evening. Are you there? Turn that down, please. 213. Okay, he's doing too much, or she. Area code 718. Good evening. Are you there? 718. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
How
are you tonight?
Hey, good. Who's this?
Hey, this is Felita from Brooklyn. I appreciate the lawsuit piece.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about that
Please.
complaint, that 4-page complaint.
Yeah.
You were so spot on. You came straight out. Hey, there's no case law cited here. And her own retained attorney says it's not actionable.
Right.
And I think that's key here when we're looking at language and we're listening to what the issue is.
Right.
So I listened to some of your callers, and particularly your comments, and I think the problem here is that Nicki may have opened up herself to a bad piece. Yes, she may be just putting something out here with her attorney, Bernstein, to shake some people up.
Yeah.
But she may have entered into a space that she's not ready for.
Right.
Because, as you said, Nosey, being a bright woman, she can put together her own binder. She can pull material and discovery information from so many different outlets. She can then hand them over to her attorney. They can log that stuff.
Bingo.
They can power pack her response.
Bingo.
And even a deposition, a video deposition, as you said.
Yeah.
That's something on record. I don't think Nicki wants she or her family exposed like that. It brought to mind that whole Bill Cosby piece where he went on that whole depot thing and he thought this was going to go away, ain't nothing going to happen, and he ended up getting charged and doing time.
If I can jump in, I appreciate your commentary. I want to be fair and objective. I'm not trying to just stand up for Nosey Heaux, but you see, I've been the underdog on many occasions battling legal stuff. You're right. Nosey Heaux could get a lawyer to just draft the response. I don't want you to represent me. I want you to draft the response, and if I need to file motions, I'll pay you to draft the motions. But I am going to represent myself. I'm a single black woman. I am being targeted by this powerful celebrity. And I also think that Nosey Heaux needs to stop doing interviews. As I'm sure you may know, one of the hardest things to do when you're being sued is to stop talking. Stop doing interviews. Because you're not fighting your case in the public. You're going to fight it in the goddamn courtroom. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I'm right there with you, and You're right. If she decided that she wanted to go pro se and make use of the resources there in the federal court, she can. Yeah. She pull her stuff together, get someone to answer that complaint, lay it out.
Videotape herself, cry all the time, start drinking.
All the time.
Yeah. Make a documentary. Being sued by Nicki Minaj. Help me, Jesus. Somebody help me. I'm about to lose.
Absolutely.
I'm about to lose everything. Cry twice a week.
Everything.
Film yourself crying
That's right.
twice a week.
My Section 8, my EBT, my food stamp is all going down.
I'm about to be homeless. Y'all help me, Jesus. Somebody help me.
Absolutely.
This bitch is going to murder me. I can't do no interviews right now, y'all. I'm being watched. My phone is bugged. It's tapped. Stop texting me. Stop DMing me. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's right. I can't even walk my dog safely.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the kind of help I'm needing,
Yeah,
man. I can't even go outside and walk my dog.
Yeah. Drag this shit out for a year. I'm scared. I got to get therapy. These the blood niggas, they're after me. She works for Lil Wayne. He's a gang member. Sue Woo, you know, all that shit.
All of it. And you'll win it.
She will win something. I don't think Nicki. Well, I know she don't want to go to no goddamn videotape deposition because Nosey Heaux would be sitting right there, videotaping her, asking her about Kevin Petty and all sorts of shit. You don't want that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Star. Thank you for letting me come on. I appreciate it.
Take care now. Bye. Yeah. Before you even get to the discovery process, folks, you have these things called interrogatories, where they send questions and request for information. This is not the discovery process yet. The discovery is the exchange of documents, whatever, things that you want to submit, to then possibly get a case dismissed, summary judgment. Just want to say that. Hold on a second, guys. Who am I forgetting that I have to promote here? My sponsors. Hold on. Did I promote yourpainyourgain.com yet? I think I did. My Sicilian Cuzzo is sending me a donation. Hold on a second. I'm going to bring him in. Where are you, man? I don't see your donation. I think I lost it. Hold on a second. Let me refresh this. In the meantime, area code 347. Are you there? 347.
Yo,
Hey,
what's up?
Rory, what's up, man? How are you?
What's going on?
What's cracking, man?
Everything's good, man. Friday, kid. What's going down?
I'm sitting here. I'm having a hard time pulling up my goddamn donation. Something's wrong. I'm talking about Bobby Shmurda. Do you give a goddamn? I mean, it's trending, so I'm using it in my title. Flag TV featured box.
Oh, yeah.
He's with some nigga with a little it doesn't look like a lace front. It looks like this guy's actual hairline. His name is Xavier Raza. He's claiming that's him. Go ahead.
First off, salute to Bobby Shmurda for, doing his thing and keeping himself comfortable. I'm not mad at him. He reps the gang culture, he allegedly.
I think he used to.
He reps the Crips, Yeah. And, they got a lot of different sets. That gang's a big gang, so they got a lot of different sets. And some of their sets, that's okay in their set. That's kind of Crippin' 101. You stay with a boy, especially when you get locked up.
Shit. Okay.
I mean, you see like Gangsta Love and Zach Lee and stuff like that. So it's not like it's coastal. It's bi-coastal. They call it bi-coastal.
Okay. Go ahead. You there, Roy? Where are you?
Yeah, so I'm not mad at him. Let him, he should live his best life. I think I don't think people are surprised by the allegations. He's probably gonna come out and just say it's true. He's gonna say, because of the gang codes, he just stuck it in his parameters for his set. And
what did he do? 7 years? 8 years? How much time did Bobby Shmurda do? He's locked down, man.
I'm not sure. I think he caught like 5 or 7. Right? They said,
right.
He could have. They gave him a deal, and he said, "No, I'm not going to take the deal." And then him and his friends ended up like not getting a lot of time.
Right.
So he's a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? In the sense, quote unquote, he's a real nigga. You know, he didn't rap. He didn't do none of that.
Right.
So what if he kept the boy and wanted to be comfortable? That's his business.
That's his business.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still gangster. He's still Brooklyn. He's still gangster.
Now he's popping just because he hasn't had a big hit since Hot Nigga. He's I had his IG page information somewhere. He's got over 4 million, 5 million followers on Instagram. So he's doing shows. French Montana.
Yeah, right.
And,
if you didn't know nothing but the first song he came out with, come on, man. He calling another dude hot.
Yeah.
You know, right? I mean, you know, it's like people surprised about Lil Nas X when his first song was. Everybody knew was Old Town Road.
Bobby Shmurda is doing shows right now with French Montana and Kodak Black. He's getting the bag still. Go ahead.
Who's getting the bag?
Bobby Shmurda. I'm looking at his IG page. Pardon me. 5.7 million followers. He's doing shows October the 8th with Kodak Black and French Montana. So he's still getting it in.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be hating on him.
Right.
They all down with it. Yeah, it's part of the set, man.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to talk. That's really nothing like, you know, like I said, he came out with a song called Hot Nigga. He was talking about one of his boys in the building that he lived at. That's what he was talking about.
Okay.
I mean, you know, in retro, what do they say? What's the thing they say? Hindsight is 20/20, right? So there you go. Hindsight is 20/20. He told you this out the gate. You know.
Any thoughts on Nicki Minaj suing a blogger named Nosey Heaux? You up to speed, Roy? Do you care?
You know, I'm not a fan of Nicki Minaj. I think Sydney Starr's better looking than her.
Oh, shit.
You know, I told you that already. She's trash, in my opinion. I don't want to get too crazy because then you're going to jump on me and be like, slow down.
Let's not make it personal. Let's not make it personal. If you don't like her music, that's one thing. I don't want to like attack somebody just because you're not a fan. You feel me? Go ahead.
I mean, come on, Star. You see the dude she's married to? Come on, man.
But he served his time.
You know.
Hang on, Rory. He served his time. So at what point do we?
Okay.
At what point do we say, hey, you know, let's move on? That's who she married. She loves him. Are we gonna keep dogging the guy? He did his time. You did your time, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. Did your time, depending on the crime. But sometimes the time don't equal the crime. And, you know, everybody knows about the justice system in this country. I don't, you know, cool, he served his time. I think he should have got a lot more time. And I don't know how he didn't get his wig split for the charges he had. That's a no-go, man. What he did was a no-go. But like I said, I don't really even want to touch on that topic too much.
He may have, but we don't know.
Because he's a loser. So I don't care about him. He's a loser.
Right.
But, Star, I got this issue. I was hoping maybe you could help me out. I know you got connections here in New York. I want to battle this white dude named Mills. I want to battle rap him.
Okay.
You ever heard of him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's this corny white dude. He's from Cambridge, Massachusetts. He's like, you know, a phony.
Well, listen. Shoot me an email. Hang on.
In my opinion.
Shoot me an email behind the scenes if you're serious.
Yeah, I want to battle this dude, man. I really want to battle this dude. I'm telling you. I'm not a rapper, but I'll wax this kid.
Okay. Send me an email. I'll put something in motion, all right? I'm going to slide off.
I got you.
Good to talk to you, Rory.
I got you.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Take care. All right, Rory tapping in. All right, here it is. My Sicilian cousin sends in a donation. Star, these Moulignans keep coming out queer. Thank God I'm an Italian man who loves other cultures. I could never give this, bro. Oh, okay. Okay, he just wants to troll. Thank you so much. Cali Girl got your donation. Star, I love it when you do that hand gesture when you tell callers to get to the point. I was wondering if you could do the same hand gesture in my coochie. I don't know. Send me an email. I am coming to Cali next month on a road trip. You know. Thank you for the donation, Cali girl. All right. Eric, is this Randy? Randy, sit tight if that's you. 209. Sit tight. Sit tight. I'm gonna finish up on Cash App. Folks, if you're joining me late here, we've been talking about Bobby Shmurda, VladTV.com featured box. There's a Instagram video. Xavier Raza posted this on his IG page. Again, Xavier Raza. He says, and I quote, "I'm mad shy, but Bobby loves me." And it looks like him, because if you go to his IG page, you see other pictures, and the hairline looks like that's him in the bed with Bobby. And if he is, do we care? But it's trending, so it's in my top story there. Okay. Someone sent me a link. Blue Face fighting in Baltimore. I'll check that out later. Thank you so much. Mike, I got your donation. Okay, so the guy took out life insurance on his nephew. Well, why did he kill him? Was it just for the life insurance? Jesus Christ. I saw the story and I didn't have time to read the whole thing. How much was the insurance? His nephew graduated from high school. I saw that part. Did he not like his nephew? Jesus, welcome to Sweeties. I saw that show maybe once, years ago, but thank you for the donation, Mike, and the information, okay? Ebony, hey, Ebony, got your donation. Okay, Ebony's saying had him killed for insurance money. Maybe we should have focused on that instead of Bobby Shmurda. Is it too late, guys? Jamal, I got your donation. Let me see if I can change the title. Nobody cares about Bobby Shmurda. Randy, is that you? 209, Randy.
Hey, what's up, big nigga?
Hey, man, how you feel? What's cracking? I'm going to change my title. So you go ahead and talk, man. The guy from Sweeties.
I'm just going to touch on Bobby Shmurda. Ain't nothing new on these homo thugs, you know. But he already...
Alleged homo thugs. We don't know. Alleged.
No, he denounced it. He already said that it wasn't that clout chasing nigga in his bed.
Oh, he said it
wasn't him. He said it was a big head female. Yeah, he already, you know, when he's a street dude, so people can't put smut on his name.
Okay.
So he already tagged the female that was on his bed. He said that those were her baby hairs, not no dude.
Okay.
So yeah. So you could change that title.
Yeah, I'm going to change it.
Ain't no clout to get off of Bobby Shmurda. And that Sherm.
Yeah, welcome to Sweeties. James, guilty of setting up his nephew's murder. Jesus Christ. That's crazy, man.
What's that?
Good, I'm reading something. Go ahead.
Okay. Have you touched on Charleston White pulling a cheddar bob and shooting himself in the club?
I saw the story, but I didn't do the research. Is it real or is it just some stripper?
Yeah, he shot himself by accident in the nightclub on some goofy, you know.
Did he speak about it? Or people just saying that?
I think he touched on it. There's a video online, you know, all these YouTube platforms that take clips of Instagram. But yeah, it was verified that he shot himself at a nightclub.
So he admitted or acknowledged that he shot himself? Because I don't want to just, talk about it if there's no real story here.
Oh, yeah. He didn't. He tried to hold his weapon and it discharged in his pants.
Okay.
I don't think niggas should be in no nightclub drinking with a firearm. Unless they're pulling the move you pulling, and that's to drop the gun.
Easy. Don't start snitching. Easy. Go ahead. I know where you're going.
You know Moses. Yeah.
I know where you're going. Take it easy. So look here, man. Do you know this Welcome to Sweetie Pie's story? I saw this thing, one episode, maybe 2 episodes years ago, but this guy, James Tim Norman, killed his nephew. What the fuck?
Oh, no, that's some psychopath stuff right there. I don't even want to put that in my psyche.
Yeah.
You got to be a real vile human to do something like that.
Yeah. I'm going to read up on this, man. Everything else good with you, Randy?
I wanted to touch on the Nicki Minaj stuff.
Please.
Is she threatened the YouTuber with a lawsuit, right, for defamation of character?
The lawsuit has been filed. It's a real lawsuit. It's been filed. Mm-hmm.
And this is why you always get people off your platform, because people think it's fun and games putting smut on people's names without information or without story being clarified or published.
Yeah.
If you're the first person saying that, you got to stand on it. You got to be liable.
You have to prove it.
Behind it.
You have to prove it.
Yes, that's why you don't want people on your platform speaking nigga babbles or, rumors.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and you know who was a trailblazer for that was Cardi B when she won her lawsuit. So now is a dangerous place for people to think that they could do these gossip or these tea things on such platforms that will hold you accountable for what you put up there. YouTube isn't going to take that L, so whatever you put out there, you must stand on. And these celebrities aren't doing it for the money. They're doing it just to make an example of you. Don't run with no story that has not been clarified.
Yeah.
I just
hang on a second, because I really didn't need to. Not that I can't talk about it, but Cardi B and Tasha K was found liable. I didn't go to the actual trial. I mean, it was here in the Atlanta metro area. Different circumstances, though. Different circumstances. At this point in time, if I haven't said this already, Nosey Heaux, if you're out there, again, I mean, I'm sure you don't need me. I'm sure you've got a lawyer. You've probably got legal advice. If I were you, I would remove the video that they're claiming you said whatever you said. I'm not going to repeat what you said. Don't be defiant, because the court will see you being defiant as not willing to resolve the situation. Tasha K didn't want to take the videos down, and ultimately the court, they saw her and said, she doesn't want to resolve this. But go ahead and finish up, Randy. Go ahead.
Yeah, because a simple act of taking down the video would just show that you are in knowledge that it could go somewhere further. But certain people like to clout chase and think all publicity is good publicity. But when you're being sued, it doesn't work that way in the law.
Yeah.
But to finish up, that is why you take screenshots and you let people know whatever you say on my platform. Yeah. I will hold you accountable.
Because I will submit your information to the court. If I get sued, I'm submitting your information. Well, Your Honor, here's the phone number that they called from, and they said that reckless shit. I don't know these people.
I stay up, big nigga.
Good. Take care, Randy. Take care. Guys, reckless disregard of the truth. That's another term some of you may have, I'm sure you've heard me say that before. Get to know that term, that legal term. Reckless disregard of the truth. Malice is one thing, or malicious intent. But if you intentionally say something, and you have no source to what you're saying, someone can sue you. Anybody can file a frivolous lawsuit. Anybody, But reckless disregard of the truth. Got to be careful. And don't even think about including YouTube in the lawsuit. When you accept the terms to open up a YouTube channel or Instagram or Snapchat and all this other stuff, you are already indemnifying them from any legal matters. You are indemnifying them from any harm anything by way of what could be fault, I'll just say that, or negligence. You're already indemnifying them, so get that out your mind, all right? Guys, on the screen, www.smartlandbuyers.com. That's one of my sponsors. Please check them out. Tell them I sent you. I say again, www.smartlandbuyers.com, all right? Hold on a second. Maurizio, got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Star standing up for dark-skinned women tonight. Sir, I always have. What are you talking about? For anybody who cares, back in the days when I first started doing terrestrial radio, I used to question why, during the big pimping era, on the radio, hey, why don't we put more dark-skinned girls in the videos? You remember that? Big Nigga 22 taps in and says, oh no, Rory, you said Sydney Starr looks better than Nicki Minaj? Shaking my head. That just proves your taste for the boy cunt. Hashtag the white RuPaul. Hashtag the wigger is mook. Okay. Lance tapping in says, Nicki will lose this case. The blogger made those claims 1 year ago. Nicki has to prove that she was not on coke at that time, which is impossible. Well, that's tricky. Sometimes the burden of proof is on the person who said it. Nicki doesn't necessarily have to disprove it, but the defendant has to prove it, Thus, the reason why, again, I pointed out some Nicki Minaj lyrics, and there's other lyrics, but now can lyrics be used in a court of law? Depending on the state. Depending on the state where the case is filed. Now, this case has been filed in New York, and they just went through a whole thing to get lyrics not to be permissible in trials. So Nicki may be in a good position. This was filed in New York. So maybe none of Nicki's lyrics will be permissible because it's art. So what I was talking about, pills and potion, it's art. I'm an entertainer. I say all sorts of shit. I make videos about, what is it? What is one of our songs? Looking ass niggas, where I'm shooting them. I never even shot a gun, Your Honor. It's art. But that bitch has got to prove I'm on coke. Big Nigga 22 got your donation. Thank you so much. 470. Are you there? Good evening. 470. You got a lot going on in the background. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Thank you for calling so much. This number looks familiar. Area code 973. Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening, good evening. What's going on, Mr. Starr? I want to talk about Sweetie Pie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So, did you know that the dude who got convicted, he also had against Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives. He had
Take your time. Take your time. I know what you're talking about, but my answer is no. I don't know. I don't know the details. Jennifer Williams, she was on Basketball Wives with Shawnee O'Neal.
Right.
The other chick, I forget her name, the Puerto Rican girl.
So she didn't date him on the show.
Okay.
But she dated him, like, this was behind the scenes, but apparently a restraining order. She had to get a restraining order on him.
Okay.
So he's already got this, he got this thing in him. And when he was on the show, I did watch Sweetie Pies.
Okay.
He tried to portray himself as a nice, smiley, good boy and, big dude. And it's kind of crazy. I mean, from what I'm seeing, especially on the YouTube with the kid's family, apparently he had this kid living there, working for them. He had living in squalor, not well taken care of. The kid's family was sending him money to eat. So it definitely seems, I don't know, like this dude was a narcissist. You could tell he was a narcissist.
Okay.
And I don't know where it went less. But what is interesting is how the family is split with the mother because she, I don't know if I had a kid who was convicted of actually killing somebody. I mean, I don't know how I would be able to stand up or stand by them. So that's what's interesting for me, watching how like the family is split. Like there was one of the cousins, doing interviews saying that Sweetie Pie and that guy was at the funeral and they was whispering and making all this noise and they were turning around saying, why they talking? Almost like they went to the funeral to make sure the guy was dead. And then right after...
Now, hang on a second, sir. Can I ask, how old are you? You seem to have a lot of knowledge about Welcome to Sweetie Pies. How old are you?
Well, first of all, I'm 51, 1971, baby.
Okay.
We do it right. But I did enjoy the show when it first came out. So I think Oprah had it on its network. So, and that was when, these reality things were just popping off. So it was interesting. I liked the family dynamic, and she was a former singer for Tina Turner. So that was one of my draws to it, and they definitely portrayed themselves to be nice, bougie, Bayesian bougie, making the food, bring the people. But so the good guy flip into this, psycho killer, like there's got to be a trail. Somebody doesn't do that overnight.
Now, hang on a second. I'm looking at Wikipedia. It premiered in 2011 and ended in 2018, a total of 9 seasons. So this was your show that was very well known. And was this guy in some type of NFL player? Who was this guy? What did he do?
I don't know if I think he got in trouble with the law when he was younger, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I think Sweetie Pies was his big personal turnaround. And then again, with the mother being who she is and, the notoriety, it put him in a new platform. Like, I didn't realize it was on for so long.
Gotcha.
So maybe homie was so used to the money or the, all that came with that show. And
he wanted more fame and notoriety after the show got canceled. So,
right.
Okay, so hang on a second. Here he is, Tim. I'm just trying to read up on this guy. So now he killed his nephew for insurance money? That was the only reason?
He had, that's what they're saying. He had his nephew. I don't think he did it, actually. He had him killed for the insurance money.
Well, hang on. He conspired with a female who she pleaded guilty.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's the mastermind.
I understand that. But my question again, why would they say, hey, you know what? We're broke as fuck. How do we get some money? Why not just run PP scams? Why kill the nephew?
Right.
That's like extreme.
Oh. Okay. So listen, I'm a man of the world. I have a very dirty ass passport. And I'm also very psychic. What is coming to me?
Okay.
I wouldn't be, because if you saw homie, he's a big dude. He looked like he may have been obese, but then got some size or some muscle up under him. But,
okay.
And, I wouldn't be surprised if he molested little homie.
Oh, easy.
I wouldn't.
Sir, we don't know that. You have no knowledge. Slow down. Don't even insinuate that, sir. I don't want to catch a lawsuit. I will throw you under the bus. Don't say that. You have no knowledge.
Well, no, I understand. But I'm just saying, I look at all angles because when
you have no knowledge in that angle. Slow it down. Don't put that on.
Say it again.
You have no knowledge of any molestation.
No, I have no person. No
knowledge. No, slow that down.
But he's already incarcerated for having little homie killed. So I got to look at all angles. You understand?
Yeah. I hear you, but
he had his family member killed.
Yeah.
So what would drive a man to do that to a family member? Like money, secrecy. There's a whole list. So Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was shocked about this earlier, but I couldn't take the time to really watch a whole episode. I said, Jesus Christ, Tim.
Right.
Tim.
And again,
Norman.
I only.
Go ahead.
Say it again.
Go ahead. You have the floor. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and the only reason, again, I even insinuated that is because the extremity of how he was portrayed.
Okay, sir, you're going to slow it down and you're going to stop insinuating. We're sitting here talking about lawsuits tonight. Please, get past it. Get past it.
Then I won't insinuate. All I'm saying is he was portrayed as such a good guy on all those seasons.
Right.
Then for this flip, I got to examine everything.
Gotcha. Hey, man, good to hear from you. Thank you for the call. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Yes, sir. Make sure I got that nigga's number. You see, folks, you can't let people just say any goddamn thing on your show. Okay. Hold on a second. This guy's overview. Tim Norman. Nosey Heaux, you got to take it easy out there. I say this with all due respect. Don't be in such a rush to go do interviews. Your channel is going to grow regardless based upon what's going on right now. But if I can, from experience, say something to you, young lady. Nicki's legal team wants you to talk at this point. See, a lot of people think when they get sued that someone is trying to shut them up. No. Sometimes it's the exact opposite. They want you to keep talking so that you shoot yourself in the foot. Thus, the reason why sometimes they hit you with the cease and desist first. Anybody in that live chat know what I'm talking about? The lawsuit is not to always shut you up. It's so that you can get angry and then go into this thing of, I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody shutting me up. You see, the average person thinks like that. But shutting up is really being smart, because you could have, or they could have, the opposing side, they could have a frivolous lawsuit. Hint, hint, hint. And by you talking and appearing to be upset, you're going to slip up and say something that will then add to this possible frivolous lawsuit. Then they'll go back to the judge and say, well, Your Honor, since we filed the first claim, we're now going to add these new claims. This person not only has doubled down, but then they've also said something else, even more derogatory, even more defaming. Anybody know what I'm talking about in that live chat? Don't be fooled. And don't let the peanut gallery amp you up. Why ain't you talking? You scared? That's the first thing they're going to say. Oh, you must be shook. Nope. Now is not the time to talk. But I'm going to film myself because I'm going through it, y'all. I'm going to let you see me crying at night. I'm not going to say nothing, but I'm going to cry. And I need you to join my Patreon page to watch me cry as I lose weight. Because I'm stressed. I'm thinking about blowing my brains out. But join my Patreon, y'all. I'm going through it. I can't do no interviews right now. This big, powerful, short bitch is coming at me. I can't do no interviews. God has told me to be silent. Pardon me. Be still. Be silent. You know, now's the time to find God. Casey got your donation. The Combs 444 star. When you were on the powder. No, sir, I wasn't on the powder during my radio days. I stopped doing coke in 1991. I was drinking when I was on the radio, off and on. What are you saying, sir? A chick in my car from a previous station, and she was sweating. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm an alcoholic, sir. I used to come in Hot 97, 6:30 in the morning. Well, no, pardon me, 5:45 with a 7-Up can most of the times with bourbon in my can, neatly disguised. I wasn't doing coke on the radio. If I was doing coke on the radio, I wouldn't have been able to focus. I was focused on the radio, so I was 36 years of age when I started doing radio. Thank you for your donation. Blade got your donation. Blade says Star Snitch ass knows all about discovery process. Yeah. Blade sends another donation. Hold on, Blade. Star, are you going to Cali? Did you check in yet? Yes, I've already checked in with the police. That's my gang. That's my team. I checked in so I could get my paperwork in order, so I could take my firearm with me and my vest. I checked in. Area code 470. Good evening. Are you there? 470. Are you picking up? Are you ready? If not, I got to keep it pushing. Thank you for calling. Area code 213. Good evening. 213. Yes, no, maybe. It's kind of noisy. Got to go. Thank you for calling. All right.
Oh no. Oh my God.
All right, he's doing too much. Hold on a second, guys. Gonna finish up. Nicki Minaj files lawsuit against blogger. Is that Sir Shy 510? Who's calling? 510. 510. Yes, no, maybe. Gotta go. Okay.
Mr. Terrain.
Yes. Good evening. How are you, sir?
It's Mr. Black, blackbodyworks.com.
Hey, what's up,
brother?
man? Good to hear from you.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to call you brother. Sorry about that.
Hang on a second, man. Good to hear from you. I had your information on the screen earlier, man. I didn't know you were going to call in. You want to do some promoting? Let's get to it, please.
Oh yeah, man. Let's get to it. We got a new product.
Okay.
It's called NGB, Natural Green Balance. If you have achy joints, if you get bad sleep, excess weight, anxiety, mental fog, lack of energy, lack of motivation, bloating, food cravings, poor digestion, NGB is definitely for you. Strengthen your immune system. 1 second.
I'm looking for
strengthens your immune system. It's
Black
also high in B12. Okay.
Okay.
I know you a fan of that. It's 47% B12.
Nice.
3% zinc.
I got you on the screen. Can you see the showrunner? www.blackbodyworks.com. I got you on the screen. Continue on, sir, please.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, and also, people that don't know, we have Agrazil. You know what I'm saying? It cures it doesn't cure. It will put your fire out. It will kill the virus so you can heal a lot faster.
Okay.
And we getting a lot of good feedback. It feels like we changing lives. We getting good testimonials from people.
Nice.
Ever since advertising on your show, I would encourage people to advertise. I would definitely encourage people to advertise because it's definitely a good result.
Thank you, man.
So,
thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you take a screenshot because your info's on the screen right now. And you have a great evening. I might see you tomorrow, man. Good to hear from you.
All right.
Yes,
cool.
Sir. Take care. All right. One of my sponsors tapping in. Folks, you enjoy your evening. I might see you tomorrow. Let me get some of my sponsors on the screen here. Devious J. Please go to this guy's page. Great content. I mean, the music is banging. And he does really, really great videos. And the editing work is superior, okay? You guys have a good night. Take care.